Hey, James here at Barber Creek Long Range Shooting School and Eagle Ballistics. What I'm going to do is kind of go over the Calypso Mini. Finally, we got some good wind out here on the level 1 property. So first thing I'm going to do with the Calypso is I'm going to go ahead and find north, which is that direction, and I'm going to aim the Calypso north. Make sure it's good. Okay, so now I got the Calypso aimed north, and I got this set up here at about 5 feet for a max ordinate. So I'm going to open up the Eagle Ballistics app, and in the Eagle Ballistics app, I'm going to go to devices, and I'm going to disconnect. It's already connected, but anyway, connect it, go back to my heads up display, and then what I'm going to do from there is I'm going to be in meter mode. So you got manual and meter, and right now it's reading the direction the wind's coming from and the wind speed, and you can see it right now. It's coming from 130 at 4 mile an hour, and as the wind's been switching out here the whole time, kind of get this away from me a little bit because I got the truck sitting here. There we go. And again, as the wind changes directions and speed, it will automatically show in my app. Like right now, the wind's coming from 1 o'clock pretty good. It's about a 5.3 mile an hour wind. Now it's coming from 12:30. So using the EB app, or if you got the EB app connected to a rangefinder like the Nukon or one of the others, if I actually click on azimuth and I aim it, let's say I'm shooting in this direction, you'll notice it's going to say, well, now the wind's coming from 230. Now let me click back on azimuth, and then I'm going to say the wind's coming from this direction, and now it's showing that the wind is coming from 12 o'clock, right? Because that's the direction we're shooting, and that's where the wind's coming from. Now 11:30 at 1 mile an hour, 1.7. And if I click on inclination, and let's say now I'm going to shoot a target over in this direction, you'll see that it's showing that the wind's coming from 7:30. So bottom line is, when you aim it north, the Calypso, and you connect the rangefinder or use the app itself to get shooting direction, this will feed my app instantly live where the wind's coming from based on the direction you're shooting and the wind speed, which is pretty darn cool. And if you're in the multi-hutter PRS mode, I do speak English sometimes, you'll notice that across all of the shots or targets, target 1, target 2, target 3, target 4, target 5, the wind's literally changing live across all the targets. Now I can sit here and say, okay, well, target 1 is over here, target 2 is over here, target 3 is over here, and you'll notice that the wind holds are changing based on direction. The other thing is I can select it and I can push and hold, and I can tell it that the wind is now going to be, oh, let me turn on relative wind. That usually helps. Turn on relative wind, and I push and hold, and I'm telling it, well, okay, the original wind I took is coming from this target. As I move to the next target, it's going to remember where that original target wind was taken from. All right, it's called relative wind. All right, let me go back to the single HUD. So here's the nice part for you guys that are hunting, like with a guide or with a friend, is honestly, they don't need to know a whole lot. All they got to do is range the target. So if you've got this Calypso Mini sitting up, whether it's on a tripod, on a rock, wherever, as long as it's close to the max ord of the range you're shooting, if you don't know how to read mirage and rain angle like I teach at Barber Creek Long Range Shooting School, this is a great tool because you don't have to keep holding a wind meter. You just leave it alone and you get on target, have your friend, you're laying in a prone or off of a tripod, whatever you're doing for your shooting at the elk, your friend or guide ranges the elk. All this does is it feeds the wind in the direction automatically, and you can take your shot. So let's say we ranged it and the elk was 623 yards and it was in that direction at that angle and that azimuth. Boom, it's telling us to push right 1 minute, now 0.97, now 0.86. So literally it's giving you your wind holds instantaneously, and it's changing your dial ups if it was a heavy wind for aerodynamic jump, okay? And again, it's showing the wind coming from 130. And so now let's just say, okay, well, now the wind is coming directly from this direction. There's the elk, I'm shooting the elk, boom. Pretty much it'll be a head-on wind, or close to 1 o'clock, as you can tell right here. It's coming from 12:30. It's a 6 mile an hour headwind. And if it needed to change your dial ups, it would. Now it just changed them to 14.3, so it got pushed down, right? Because it's a headwind. And the wind right now is 7 mile an hour, 8 mile an hour. So this is a really nice tool that can be grouped together with the Eagle Ballistics app. Any rangefinder that we use or connect with that has Bluetooth capability, especially with angle modified range and compass, and the app does the rest. So hope you guys enjoyed this. This is the Calypso Mini. You can put it on a little hand tripod, put it on a stick with a 1/4-20, whatever you're gonna do, and it's feeding live wind direction and speed to the Eagle Ballistics app. Hope you guys enjoyed this.